Our network, ABC News, responding to serious allegations.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most controversial incidents that have plagued the set of Good Morning America over the years.
GMA's Amy Robach and TJ Holmes were back on the air today, and they're still keeping mum about their reported affair.
Number 10, Janai Norman's shoplifting past. In July 2022, ABC reporter Janai Norman joined Good Morning America as a weekend co-anchor.
Congratulations, Janai. This is your moment. Well deserved. Love you.
I also love that Kim had you guys playing in the background.
Shortly after this, The Sun published an exclusive report uncovering scandalous details from her wild college years. Back in March 2009, while still a sophomore at the University of Missouri, Norman was arrested for shoplifting at an upscale department store. The anchor had picked up some items worth over $400 and attempted to walk out without paying when she was detained by the store's loss prevention team.
I do want to talk about how Black women have helped lift me up in some of my hardest moments.
She was charged with felony retail theft and ultimately sentenced to 150 hours of community service. Despite this setback, she managed to turn her life around, joining the ABC News team just 2 years later.
When I was an intern here, and this is what I talk about, starting out in this journey, this is exactly where I wanted to be, so it is unreal. It is such an honor.
Number 9, George Stephanopoulos' political donations.
An extraordinary apology from George Stephanopoulos live on Good Morning America. He admitted that he donated $75,000 to the Clinton Foundation.
Although initially serving as communications director during Bill Clinton's first administration, George Stephanopoulos later aimed to establish himself as a nonpartisan journalist. That image suffered a blow in 2015 when it emerged that he had donated $75,000 to the Clinton Foundation without disclosing it to ABC News or his audience.
He donated a total of $75,000 to the foundation, a fact he never disclosed to his employers or his viewers.
This revelation came amid the 2016 presidential election campaign, just as Stephanopoulos was slated to moderate one of the Republican primary debates. Concerns about potential bias and conflict of interest led to him being pressured into stepping down as the debate moderator. Eventually, Stephanopoulos appeared on Good Morning America to apologize for the oversight, labeling it an honest mistake.
ABC called the omission an honest mistake and said, "We stand behind him."
I should have gone the extra mile to avoid even the appearance of a conflict.
Number 8, Lara Spencer's Prince George comments. In 2019, Good Morning America co-anchor Lara Spencer sparked a huge controversy over remarks she made regarding Prince George. Responding to reports that the young royal was enthusiastic about ballet classes, Spencer laughed out loud and made a comment that was deemed offensive by many.
Prince William says George absolutely loves ballet. I have news for you, Prince William. We'll see how long that lasts.
Criticism poured in from several high-profile figures, accusing her of reinforcing stereotypes against male dancers. In a show of solidarity, 300 dancers gathered in Times Square just outside the Good Morning America studios for ballet classes.
It was them pointing and laughing through the window. I can't tell you how much that hurts.
They are 3 of ballet's most celebrated dancers.
Spencer ultimately acknowledged the insensitivity of her remarks and publicly apologized during the program. She also sat down with 3 influential male dancers for a discussion on the matter.
So grateful for our very positive conversation and that opportunity to turn a negative into a teachable moment.
Number 7, Robin Roberts coming out. For years, rumors swirled in the entertainment industry about Robin Roberts' sexuality. It wasn't until December 2013 that those rumors were put to rest, when the Good Morning America anchor came out in a heartfelt Facebook post.
I am grateful for my entire family, my longtime girlfriend Amber, and friends as we prepare to celebrate a glorious new year together.
Roberts, who had been diagnosed with a rare bone marrow disease, detailed her journey in the post and thanked her long-term partner Amber Lane for her unwavering support.
On my Facebook. And I had been thanking my doctors and nurses, my sister who was a perfect match, and rightfully so. And I asked her, I said, I want to say thank you.
Despite the casual nature of her coming out, the public response was mixed. While some applauded the news, others criticized Roberts for not coming out sooner. Nevertheless, she remained unfazed by the controversy, asserting that everyone has the right to live their lives away from the glare of the spotlight.
What I really love about us is that we know our love is real. We know there have been times we've had to not just fight for our lives, but fight for our love.
Number 6. Michael Strahan's vacation during Hurricane Harvey. In August 2017, Hurricane Harvey struck Houston, Texas, causing severe flooding and widespread devastation. As a Houston native, Good Morning America co-host and former NFL player Michael Strahan had a personal connection to the disaster.
And word on the street is ABC is a little pissed off about that.
Oh, that's what was going on. I heard that the internet was going in on him because he didn't want to do the story, so he was on vacation.
But while the hurricane wreaked havoc, Strahan was vacationing in Greece and reportedly refused to cut short his trip to cover the tragedy. This decision stunned ABC executives and staff, especially considering that other journalists such as Anderson Cooper and Robin Roberts had returned from their break to contribute to the coverage.
He should have cut that vacation and got there because that is his hometown. His parents still live in Houston. He got friends still there. He's a reporter. He's in the media.
Strahan rebuffed the claim, however, stating that he was never asked to come back and had already planned to assist in Houston once his vacation ended.
You know, you're supposed to be there to protect them. And at that moment, I didn't feel like I could do that. But my babies are safe.
Your babies are safe.
And that's what's important.
And you're safe.
Number 5. Barbara Fedida racism allegations. In the wake of the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests, HuffPost published an article concerning Barbara Fedida, a high-ranking executive at ABC News.
Barbara Fedida has been placed on administrative leave. The Huffington Post reporting accusations Fedida made racist and derogatory comments about staff members, including Robin Roberts.
The article claimed that Fedida had made several racist comments at work, particularly one directed at Good Morning America anchor Robin Roberts during a salary negotiation.
These allegations do not represent the values and culture of ABC News, where we strive to make everyone feel respected in a thriving, diverse, and inclusive workplace.
Other accusations suggested that Fedida, who was in charge of ABC's diversity and inclusion efforts, had hindered the hiring of more minorities. Despite denying the accusations, which she described as incredibly misleading, Fedida was initially placed on administrative leave while an internal investigation was carried out. Ultimately, she was fired from ABC, and her position at the network was reorganized.
Barbara Fedida has been fired over racist remarks about Robin Roberts and Sunny Hostin. They did an internal investigation, and they found that she did participate in making racist and derogatory remarks.
Number 4. Amy Robach uses an offensive term. Former Good Morning America co-anchor Amy Robach found herself in hot water in 2016 after uttering a racial slur on the show. The incident occurred during a discussion about rumored casting of actress Zendaya in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where Robach used an outdated term to describe people of color.
She's fantastic. Now, we all know Hollywood has received recent and quite a bit of criticism for casting white actors.
Ironically, this happened during a conversation about diversity in Hollywood, while Robach was filling in for Robin Roberts, who is African American. Her use of the term sparked backlash online, with some viewers even considering switching to a different morning program.
Morning show misstep. Good Morning America host Amy Robach has apologized for using a sensitive racial term on Monday, August 22nd.
Robach later issued an apology, acknowledging her mistake and clarifying that it was not a reflection of her typical language and beliefs.
Robach later released a statement saying she meant to use the term people of color and that the mix-up was a mistake and, quote, not a reflection of how I feel or speak in my everyday life.
Number 3. The chief anchor dispute.
But there's a big male feud brewing at ABC that's finally getting some attention. It's David Muir versus George Stephanopoulos.
The title of chief anchor of breaking news and special event coverage at ABC News was essentially tailored for George Stephanopoulos in 2014. Stephanopoulos held this role for years, while also maintaining his positions at Good Morning America and This Week. However, controversy arose in 2021 when it was revealed that fellow ABC News journalist David Muir would assume the chief anchor responsibilities without the accompanying title.
The youngest evening news anchor in nearly half a century.
Less than a week out,
Crazy, right?
To the big debut.
This is the desk, right?
How are you feeling?
You know, humbled.
Stephanopoulos, a long-standing figure at ABC, was reportedly deeply upset by the decision, feeling sidelined and undervalued. He even threatened to leave the network. Tensions escalated to the point where Disney CEO Bob Iger intervened, offering Stephanopoulos a new deal, including his own production company, to create content for Disney-owned platforms.
You try to get the biggest titles as possible, because what that means is that you will not only make it through the contract you're in, but you'll get another contract and perhaps one behind it.
Number 2. Michael Korn sexual assault accusations.
In a new lawsuit filed by an ABC staffer, Michael Korn adamantly denies the allegations. He left the network in April and now works for News Nation, a startup cable news operation.
In April 2021, ABC staffers were left deeply confused when Michael Korn, a senior executive producer for Good Morning America, abruptly resigned from the network. The circumstances surrounding his departure remained unclear until August, when a lawsuit filed by Kirsten Crawford, an anchor producer on the show, brought shocking revelations to light.
There were interactions with Mr. Korn and his legal team along the way, yes.
But now this lawsuit's been filed, it's public knowledge, and ABC has a mess on its hands.
Crawford accused Korn of sexually assaulting her after a work party in February 2015, when he was intoxicated. Another former employee, Jill McLean, also claimed she was sexually assaulted by Korn in 2010 and 2011. Moreover, there were allegations that Korn had fostered a toxic work environment that was hostile towards women. These accusations were reported to the network, ultimately resulting in Korn's resignation.
But surely to take a pause and to perhaps suggest some time off while News Nation and Nexstar get to the bottom of what these allegations are.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes' secret romance.
It's not known when these two went from colleagues to something more, though the Mail reports the turn happened in June when the pair were in the UK together to cover the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
In 2020, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes began co-hosting GMA3 What You Need to Know, a spin-off of Good Morning America, but it appeared that their on-screen chemistry, which drew in audiences, extended beyond the camera. In November 2022, the Daily Mail published pictures of the two publicly displaying affection, which brought their secret romance to light.
Amy Robach sitting next to TJ Holmes. The GMA3 co-anchors are allegedly having an affair. Both are married, and they've reportedly left their spouses.
Although Robach and Holmes were still married to other people, they had both separated from their respective spouses in August 2022. Following this discovery, ABC initially suspended the co-anchors, then later fired them.
Most companies discourage workplace romances. Again, there's a big difference between banning them and discouraging them. Why? Because they create a lot of tension when they don't work.
In 2023, they launched a joint podcast, Amy and TJ, where they discussed the details of their highly publicized relationship on their own terms. Did we miss any other newsworthy Good Morning America scandals? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
Chris Brown did become very angry backstage here in our studios. Talking about his past clearly touched a nerve, and his behavior now has everyone talking.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.